Why most black families stay broke for generations. If hard work alone created wealth, black families would already be some of the wealthiest families in America. For generations, black people worked, sacrificed, survived, and built culture that changed the world. Yet many black families are still struggling financially generation after generation. Why? Why do so many households work nonstop, but still end up living paycheck to paycheck? Why does wealth disappear so quickly in many black communities? And why do so many families have to start over financially every single generation? Because the truth is, this problem is much deeper than bad spending habits. It's historical. It's psychological. It's systemic. And until we understand how the cycle works, the cycle continues. To understand the present, we have to understand the past. For centuries, black labor helped build economies, industries, and wealth across America. But after slavery ended, freedom did not come with wealth. No land. No economic safety net. No inherited businesses. No large property ownership. Meanwhile, many other families were already building generational assets. Homes, land, businesses, investments. And those assets would grow over decades and eventually get passed down. But black families were often blocked from those same opportunities. Segregation limited access. Banks denied loans. Neighborhoods were restricted. Schools were underfunded. And one of the biggest wealth-building tools in America, home ownership, became much harder for black families to access. This created a wealth gap that didn't disappear after one generation. It compounded. And when wealth has no time to grow, poverty repeats itself. Most wealthy families are not starting from zero. They inherit advantages. A paid-off house, savings, connections, investment knowledge, business experience. Even small advantages passed down over decades become massive over time. Now compare that to families who inherit financial stress instead of assets, debt instead of investments, bills instead of ownership, survival instead of stability. That changes everything. Because when every generation has to restart financially, building wealth becomes much harder. One family gets help buying a home. Another family is trying to keep the lights on. One family inherits property. Another inherits debt. One family learns investing early. Another learns survival first. This is why generational wealth matters. Money grows when it stays invested long enough. Assets multiply. Property gains value. Businesses expand. But if wealth never survives long enough to grow, the cycle resets. Today, the struggle looks different. But many financial traps still exist. And some of them are psychological. When people grow up around financial instability, survival becomes the focus. Not investing. Not retirement. Not ownership. Just making it through the month. And modern culture often makes things worse. Social media constantly pushes people to look wealthy before becoming wealthy. Luxury cars. Designer clothes. Expensive lifestyles. Meanwhile, real wealth is usually quiet. Real wealth is ownership. Real wealth is assets. Real wealth is investing. Real wealth is building businesses. Another major issue is financial education. Most schools teach people how to work for money, but not how money actually works. Very few people are taught how credit works, how investing works, how taxes work, how debt traps people, how to build business credit, how to create assets. So millions of people grow up working hard, without a financial strategy. But here's the good news. The cycle can change. And right now, more black families are learning financial literacy than ever before. The internet changed access to knowledge. Today, people can learn how to invest, how to build businesses, how to improve credit, how to create multiple income streams, how to buy assets, how to escape debt. And one of the biggest mindset shifts is moving from consumption to ownership. Instead of only buying products, ask, what can I own? Can I invest? Can I build something? Can I create an asset? Another important step is discipline. Not every dollar has to be spent immediately. Small investments made consistently over time can completely change a family's future. And finally, teaching financial literacy to the next generation matters. Children should learn saving, ownership, investing, business, wealth building. Because generational wealth doesn't appear overnight. It's built slowly, decision by decision, year by year, generation by generation. The goal is bigger than money. The real goal is freedom. Freedom from constant financial stress. Freedom from survival mode. Freedom to leave something behind for future generations. History created obstacles. But history does not have to decide the future. The next generation can inherit more than struggle. They can inherit knowledge, ownership, assets, opportunity, financial power. And that change starts now. If this video helped you think differently about wealth and financial literacy, subscribe and join the movement. Because financial awakening may be one of the most important things our communities build in this generation. Subscribe for more wealth content like this.